Alrighty, hello everybody, welcome back to some more LEGO Marvel Superheroes. This one is going to be level number 3, Exploratory Laboratory Freeplay. Now that is a mouthful, but what is even more of a mouthful potentially is what we have going on in this level. So we have, first and foremost, 100,000 studs for True Believer. You more than likely picked that up in story. If not, we do, or you should have a bunch of stud multipliers by now. But also, you will notice we are going to be grabbing the 10 Minikits and bring Stanley and Peril. Also, important to note on the left, you will need both Magneto and Galactus in order to complete this one. And then a bunch of other characters unlocked from story, but we're only recommending those two because, one, you have to purchase Magneto separately, and Galactus isn't unlocked until after level 15, the final level of the game. So we're just going to cover all our bases. Check out Free Play preparations if you need extra help with that. But anyways, we're going to get into the level. It's the Oscorp logo on the map. If you don't know what that is, it's basically just like an O and a C. But we're actually going to get it started. Over there on the left was a gold little poster there. Go ahead and melt that, and then it's going to be 1 out of 4. Now that is going to be working towards one of the later Minikits. In fact, Minikit 3 is what that's working towards. So all those will add up, but we're only counting it as Minikit 3 because before we melt that last gold poster, we grab Minikits 1 and 2 before that. But anyways, we're now just going to get through some story here once we've done that. If you are a little bit confused, because we do have some of the story stuff sped up a little bit more than the collectible stuff, so if you are a little bit confused, we do have story videos up for all 15 levels, including obviously this one as well. So if you do need specific help, feel free to go ahead and check that out if you haven't already, or if you are confused or maybe forgot some things. But we should have it sped up, you know, enough so that it's like the video is not too slow, but also we don't have it too sped up that it's like you can't see. But anyways, we're going to get it started with Minikit number 1. So in the back of this room here, head into that little secret room where you have to use Magneto to manipulate those 2 little blue batteries and place them in the sockets. Then that'll open the door to the left here so we can actually activate this technology terminal. Now we use Dr. Doom, but you can use Iron Man. I don't know who else. I think Black Widow has the technology ability. Any of those characters will work. We use Dr. Doom just to mix it up, and well, mainly because he was in our toggle. But anyways, once you've used that technology terminal, you actually have to match up the DNA to match with the DNA on the right of it. There's like a little sign that says it, and it's basically like 3 levels of DNA, and each one is a different color. So just hit each like tier of the DNA until you finally match it, and once you do, the capsule on the left will open up with the Minikit. Just keep playing around with it until you eventually get it, and you should be fine. But anyways, then we're going to go ahead and in that hallway there, melt away that second gold poster, and that will go ahead and get you number 2. So then we're going to go ahead and tackle number 3 here, which is in the next room where Green Goblin is flying around, so in the back right hand side. Melt that, and that will be 3 out of 4, so just 1 more of those left to go. But before we can get to that and to any more of the level, we're just going to go ahead and head over here to the left hand side. Now it's a little tricky to see, but on the side of that wall there is a strength handle, so use use Hulk or the Thing, or I don't know, any other big figs that we've unlocked right now. I mean, I know there are a couple more like Juggernaut that you might have unlocked by now, but I think we unlocked them in story, but you got to purchase them as well, which we're not going to do that until the end of the game. But anyways, once you've pulled that strength handle, go ahead and use Captain America to throw his shield into the switch there, which will cause the Minikit to appear in front of that massive projection guy, that like hologram person there. And once you've grabbed that, we're just going to complete some story up this elevator shaft here, pull in some grapple plugs with Hawkeye or Spider-Man. But basically, you just got to get yourself access into this hallway up top here. And you'll notice a couple things here. First and foremost, that wall shuts, but that's part of the story. And before we get to that, we'll take out some of these enemies. And then we're going to go after the 4th and final gold poster. But this is also how you get the next Minikit number 4. So first and foremost, here on the right, go ahead and use Jean Grey or Loki as well. Should work. And I don't know about Magneto. I mean, not Magneto, Galactus. I don't think Galactus has mind control. I think he has telekinesis, but not mind control. But I haven't actually fact-checked that, to be honest. That's just going off my my memory of playing this game. But I don't think he has it. I could be wrong there. I mean, that's just like, maybe it's my intuition, but I don't know. Anyways, go ahead and mind control that guy over there on the right. Pull that lever, which will actually open up that grate, so we can head through with Mr. Fantastic. And then once on the other side, we can go ahead and melt that fourth and final gold poster, which will get us our third Minikit. Then for the fourth Minikit, staying in this little secret area. Now, if you are using the video link in the description, which, as a friendly reminder, we do have video links in the description, which you can use to fast forward between collectibles. If you have fast forwarded, you might want to go back and check out the previous video link for the last gold poster, just so you know how to access this room in case you are confused. But anyways, in that room, go ahead and charge up the 2 electric generators, and then you can pull that, or not pull, like interact with the claw switch with Beast or Wolverine, and then that will cause the Minikit to assemble itself and teleport from the right room into the left room there. Go ahead and pick it up, and that is 4 Minikits. So not doing too bad. We're almost halfway with the Minikits, which is pretty good. But this is a bit of a longer level. There is quite a bit of story stuff, so again, the video links would be very helpful for this one, because you can just fast forward past a lot of unnecessary stuff. But we still want to cover all the story, just because, you know, we know there might be people confused, and there also might be people who aren't going to watch the story video separately, which is fair enough, because I mean, hey, free play, that's where all the fun is had in these games, at least in my opinion. But anyways, once we get into this next area, we're going to just do some story stuff. I mean, admittedly, we could have just flown over all this rather than building up the ladder, but, you know, we still did anyways. But just go ahead and fly up there. I know, we literally build the ladder and then we just fly up it. We don't even use it. But anyways, we're going to get up here, and then Venom's going to have his sick intro. So instead of dealing with him for right now, which we will at the end of the level, but if you remember, of course, I mean, this whole level now is just covered in symbiote stuff, so cool to get Venom in this game, because he didn't really play a role in either of the other LEGO Marvel games. I mean, obviously he didn't play a role in the Avengers ones, because he wasn't in the Avengers, but anyways, I'm getting sidetracked and falling behind. But over there on the right hand side of the area, drop down below to that lower little ledge there, and there's a big pile there, so go ahead and dig it up as Wolverine, and then from there that will get you the Minikit. So that is 5 of them. So now we're halfway, and we're working towards our 6th one. So up here in the far left side of that slightly higher ledge, so not the highest ledge, but the second highest ledge there, go ahead and take out some of the crates there, and then you'll actually uncover a black goo pile. And if you remember that from the previous level, we used Venom to crawl through that, or slip through it, so use him to slip through it. Now, Venom was unlocked part of the story. Most of the villains you end up having to purchase from the roster, but Venom was like the one exception from that. But anyways, once you've crawled through the greens or the black sludge, go ahead and build up the first of 3 spiders. Then we're going to fly up here onto the high right ledge here at the top of the area, and towards the front you'll notice a little pink valve, so use telekinesis with Jean Grey or Galactus or Loki, whoever you prefer, and then drop down below and build these parts into a second spider, and then it's gonna go just jumping off the edge there. So I don't know what he's doing there, or I don't know what his goal is there, but anyways, once we've built him up, we're gonna go ahead and fly up here, back up to that high ledge, and you'll notice a cracked wall in the back here. So we're going to go ahead and use Beast for that, because I don't really feel like Beast gets much representation in this game. We played as him in one level, and then he kind of got the axe, or the cold shoulder. And anyways, once we've built that last spider, he'll jump off the edge and get us our 6th Minikit. So we are making good ground, just 4 of those left, but also Stanley as well. So now we do have a big chunk of story. I think this is the largest chunk of story in this whole video, besides the end maybe, but that's when all the collectibles are already done. But anyways, just getting through some more of the story. Again, we do have a story video up for this level, and all of the levels as well, as mentioned. But we're just making our way through here, making this ladder up, and you know, this time we actually had to make the ladder, even though I think we might end up flying up it. No, we do actually just climb it, but that's because that trapdoor also opens up once you scale the ladder, so we actually had to do that one. So yeah, I know we did some unnecessary story before to build another ladder, but that one was actually required. So here we are now in the new area. Now, some important stuff to note. First and foremost, there's a bunch of studs up on the roof. Now you're probably like, oh, there's a purple stud up there, and I didn't notice it at first, but we do go ahead and grab it in the end, because we actually have to come over here, and then we go double back to that previous sections. So yeah, but basically you'll notice we flew past some like glass cells. Now we're going to come back to those like prison cell things. We'll come back to those here for the next Minikit here in a second. So once we've completed that circuit, Venom comes crawling over the walls and over here to the left, which is actually going to open up these two little side rooms. Now you'll notice in one of them is a gold like something or other, so we'll get to that for our 8th Minikit. But first and foremost, for the 7th Minikit here, we're going to fly over here, and these glass cell doors are going to open up with some symbiote enemies, so we're going to take them out first and foremost just to get them out of our way. Then we're going to head over here and we're going to use Iceman to freeze the water. Now I believe, and I know we literally did just switch out of him, but I'm pretty sure Loki does have the freezing ability. Now I could be wrong, but I think he does. We're just going to stick with Iceman for now, and we might use Loki later down the line and try him out, but I do believe he has the ability. But I could be wrong. In fact, we might check that in one of our next levels if I remember. But yeah, anyways, go ahead and freeze up that little ice block, which will reveal the Minikit. And to actually get it, you have to then reverse your steps or retrace your steps and actually melt the ice back down to just water. That way you can then pick up the Minikit. And then we're going to take out some enemies because they're getting in the way. If you remember this from story, you have to get both your characters at once to step on the two pressure switches, but the enemies are relentless and can knock your AI off their pressure switch without you really wanting them to do it. But basically, power up these two things, the two generators there, and then we're going to get to Minikit 8 here. So once we've cleared out some of the enemies, just because they're really annoying, because some of them do that like slam down attack with their arm and then kind of sends you flying, but melt that gold. Again, I don't really know what it is, but some sort of gold something. Melt it, and that will get you your 8th Minikit, which just leaves 2 more, which is exciting. And then after this level, we will be, what, a 5th of the way through the story, so 20%. That's pretty decent. We're making some good ground. And, yeah, and I know these free plays are a little bit longer than the ones we had in Harry Potter. I mean, those were all, like, under 10 minutes. But, you know, this game is just a bit longer, naturally, so, you know, nothing we can do about that. But, you know, it's still been a really fun game, but I gotta stop kind of talking about this game as a whole and get back to this level specifically, because we've got the Stanley and Peril here. So in this new area, go ahead and use Magneto to bust open that blue box with his magnetic manipulating abilities, and then that will open up those little like capsules. Three of them have enemies in them, but one does have the Stanley, and that will free him from Peril. And then you did notice there, as this jump scare is happening, so I'll distract you by talking about how we got that 9th Minikit. So you notice we quickly jumped into that kind of back right capsule, and the Minikit was hidden inside it. If you missed any Minikit, I would probably be willing to bet that is the one you missed. It's very hidden, there's like no indication that it's there. But yeah, just jump in that back right capsule, and I promise you, you'll grab the Minikit. It's a very hidden one, and that is definitely one where the Minikit detector would come in handy. Which I'm going to assume this game has. I don't know for sure. We haven't got all the red bricks just yet, but I mean, every game has them. So I will assume this one does as well. But anyways, once you got that 9th Minikit, we're just going to complete the rest of this area, and then we're going to make our way into the boss area against Venom here. So we're going to get it started just straight away with Minikit 10, and then we'll worry about the boss fight here. But lo and behold, I come up top here to, or I fly up top here to basically get the Minikit, and then a bunch of enemies just ambush me, and I take them out, and then I'm like, I'm ready to get to this Minikit, and then a bunch more attack me. So yeah, it was annoying, but just kind of clear out the path. And then this is where Galactus is going to come in handy. So you'll notice those were some black bricks on the ground, and as we found out in the previous level, level 2, only Galactus can build those cosmic bricks. Well, there are some other ones. I know Silver Surfer can do it, but we haven't unlocked him yet, and won't for a little while. But just build those up as Galactus, or you might have Silver Surfer. If you do, feel free. But whoever has the cosmic ability, we know Galactus does. If there's anybody else, you can feel free to use them, and you can also feel free to let us know down below if there's anybody else with the ability. Other than Silver Surfer, because I already know Silver Surfer has it. But if anybody other than Galactus or Silver Surfer has it, feel free to let us know. But anyways, that was a really long way to say build up those cosmic bricks into a little valve, which will open up the back door with the final Minikit inside it. So that is it for all the collectibles. This is a really long level, but we're going to go ahead and finish it out here with the rest of the story. So basically, we just have to defeat Venom here. We have to use his weaknesses to our advantage. which is always such a cool thing in these LEGO games. Like I remember in the first LEGO Batman game, which I don't know if we'll cover that on the channel or not, but I mean later down the line we might. But basically, I remember with that there was like a level where you fought Killer Moth, and I remember really distinctly you have to build like a light bulb, or I don't know, if you have to use a light bulb to like entice him to the light, and then like you take advantage and are able to damage him, which was just really cool. I think there was also one in that same game with Man-Bat, and you had to like build this like speaker bell thing, and that would like cause like a really loud noise to happen, and then that would leave Man-Bat vulnerable. I mean, that's just always really cool when games use villains' weaknesses to your own advantage and to their disadvantage. And speaking of bells, we built up a bell there to finish off Venom. But there you go, Exploratory Laboratory, a absolute doozy of a name to say, but we got there in the end. But yeah, Exploratory Laboratory free play is now done. We are almost at 60 million studs, which is just crazy. I mean, that's probably, I don't know if it's enough to buy everything in the game, but it's probably pretty close. But there is an achievement for getting 1 billion studs, so you know, we're not just going to stop collecting studs as a whole, not yet, at least. But all 10 Minikits did stack up, and this recurring bug is continuing to happen, where it says we unlocked the comic, but it doesn't even show the comic. But again, it's pretty much just a replay of the level. Yep, see that one's got Venom and Hawkeye in it, and they were in the level. But we did free Stanley, and look at that, 49 gold bricks. We are so close to the 50, which we will hit 50 in the next level's free play. And then after that, we're going to do a little something special with those 50 gold bricks. You can probably figure out what it is, but you know, just in case you can't or you haven't checked out some of the other stuff in the series, which I recommend you do. We link the playlist for whatever game we're covering in the description of each video, so you can just go straight to that playlist in case there's something you haven't seen that we've covered in this game. I mean, we've covered a lot in this game so far. We've covered the story, showed you how to get red bricks, we've done a couple of the Deadpool missions, we've done the bonus level, and we've done a bunch of stuff, and there's still a bunch more to come as well. We've got to finish free play, we've got to get to more Deadpool missions, we've got to do the free roam for Manhattan. I mean, there's plenty to do, and then obviously achievement cleanup at the end. But yes, folks, that is going to go ahead and wrap it up for this one for level number 3, Exploratory Laboratory free play. We got all the 10 Minikits and the Stanley in Peril. It was a pretty long video, but we still got through it in a pretty quick time, I'd say. But anyways, feel free to like, subscribe, and until the next one, I'll see you later. See everybody.